It's been a while since we've done a live show, Billy. Are you ready to do this thing?
Hey, I think I'm ready, man. It's been a while too.
That's
Let's
a,
get it done.
that's the technical issues, but it's nothing that we can't overcome. And then I'm gonna do my opening, and I got this special guest on for us, and hopefully y'all have a good time talking. Are you ready?
I'm ready, man.
All right, let's do this on three. One, two, three. What's going on, Facebook? What's up, YouTubes? We're back. We're finally getting back to doing our Friday night live shows on Facebook and YouTube. Are you ready for some football, Billy?
Bobby, it's been a long time, man. It's time for some football, man. I'm ready to talk football, man. It's showtime.
Well, I've been working hard lining up some guests, some former teammates. We had Philip Fulmer on. What has it been, about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago now? That was a great video, so you guys watch it. Y'all need to go check that out. But I found one of your old teammates, Billy. Said y'all go way back. We were talking about some old stories. He said something. I don't remember what he said, but he said something like the first time he saw you, Billy, he thought, oh my goodness, this is a big old youngin'. You look like Warren Sapp. So, special guest, can you tell everybody on the Volunteer Roadshow how you met Billy and about your first encounter with Billy Ratliff?
Well, let me tell you, man. I came in and it was one of my recruiting trips, and it was one of me and my teammates, and we were headed to the University of Tennessee, and we Coach Cutcliffe come and gets us, and we walking to the plane, and we walked on up the steps to get into the plane, and I got probably about 2 feet from the door. Fernando walks in, and then I come in right behind him, and I see this big giant sitting in the back of the plane, look like a grown man. I said, man, if I got to play with people this size right here at University of Tennessee and I'm coming out of high school, I'm going to have a problem. This is ridiculous. Billy Ratliff was sitting in the back of the plane looking like a monster. And I said, Jesus, Lord have mercy. This boy's big. I gave him a handshake and he grabbed my whole forearm, man. I said, shit. This is going to be a problem. And, man, it was Billy Ratliff. I said, man, where you from? He said, Mississippi. I said, Lord have mercy. I said, man, this is a monster right here in the back of this seat. Fernando was looking at him like he was a beast. And, man, we took that trip to Tennessee, man, and that was the first time I met Billy Ratliff. And come to find out, he was a baby Warren Sapp. One of the best athletes I've ever seen in my life, man. That didn't get the opportunity, man. I love that dude to death. He's like my brother. We're all brothers, man. We got a brotherhood that's so special at the University of Tennessee during that era, man. I don't think people understand how much we love each other, man. And Billy Ratliff, one of my best friends. I love him to death, man. And I'm sure he know who I am right now, but
yes, I do. Megatron. What's going on, Antron Peebles, man?
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
I am doing good, man. I'm blessed, man. Hey, thanks for being on the show, man. Hey, I done told Bobby, man, it's hard. It's gonna be hard to surprise me with any of my boys, man. We go back so far where, I know everybody. I don't forget anybody, and out of all people, Megatron is on here, and hey, I'm gonna clear that story up a little bit for you too, since you had a little story about that, Well, I remember getting on a plane. Of course, I do not like airplanes, and plus, they already don't psych me up to get on an airplane anyway, The week before, that same week where I was supposed to be going to Arkansas on a visit. Well, Arkansas, they sent a plane down to Mississippi, to a small airport down in my hometown. And the airplane that they brought out there, it was one of those. I don't know if you guys ever remember the movie Gilding Islands that showed that these planes that had these propellers on it where you got where you got to I got to start it like that. And I always remember that those planes always crash, man. I was like, oh no,
right.
I am not getting on this plane. And of course, Tennessee, they got wind of that I didn't make that visit, and they sent the plane down to Mississippi that next day, and they called it.
Right.
I think they called the plane the Starship.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this ship here was A class, off the charts, where it was
Right.
beautiful, man. And
So
I
you
remember,
hold up, right? So you the reason I was riding in luxury. Okay, back to the story. Okay.
yeah, man. And then when I got to Murfreesboro and to land, like Coach Sanders, he had told me, yeah, we got to pick up 2 guys here in Murfreesboro here, and of course they get on the plane. Of course, I didn't, I didn't really speak to too many people, or whatever. I always kept to myself. But these guys get on the plane. I remember it was you, and it was Fernando Bryant. And
Yep.
Fernando, I don't know if you guys know Fernando. Fernando, he do not stop talking. He talk. I'm like, who are these guys, man? And Antron, he gets up. I'm like, man. Coach Sanders said, yeah, he played middle linebacker. I said, he played what?
Right.
I'm looking at him like, this guy already 6'3", 6'4", about 235, playing middle linebacker. What? I was like, I don't think I'm going to play this position in college, man. So, and it's funny that he said that, Bobby, because all the linebackers that came in that same era and time, we all said the same thing, man. These guys are huge. How on earth are we going to play with these guys? And, of course, we ended up still signing with Tennessee, and we made so much history. And like Antron said, man, we are family, man. We may not get to see each other every day, but I promise you, man, it's always going to be there. And I'm glad you're on the show, man. So what's been going on, man?
Yeah, nothing much, brother, man. I'm glad you're doing your thing. It's about time for us to have the opportunity to do things like this, man, and get into where people see us out here talking about what we went through. It's been a long time coming, man. A lot of athletes from our era didn't get the opportunity to be able to talk about what we did and for people to even get compensated. Man, I hope this thing blows up, man, and does what you need it to do, man, for yourself. Man, I'm ready for football, man. I'm ready for somebody to start winning like we used to win, man. That's what I'm ready for.
Well, my next question to you, man, what do you think the Vols are going to look like this year, man? What are you looking for, man?
You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for that chemistry, man. We had something that was so special, and I haven't had the opportunity to see that chemistry and people gel together like we gel together. The coach that we got that came in, what's coach's name? I can't even think his name right now. I'm just so, y'all got me so excited. The head coach that we have up there right now, he's a good guy. I've known him since I was 12 years old. I met him at Middle Tennessee State University. He played with my cousin Joe Campbell, Kurt Watkins, Caldwell over there at the middle. And I was a little young guy when Coach was over here at MTSU. And I know he can get them where they need to be. But they have to get together and get that chemistry. Billy Ratliff, like I know, you can work out all you want. You go in there and get strong. But if you don't believe in what the coach saying and you all don't have that chemistry, nothing's going to happen.
That's true. You're right.
And I'm ready for those. They got to work out, number one, because that Stuckey program we was on was something serious. Even if you didn't want to do it, you were doing it and you was getting better.
Yes.
I want to see these guys get their chemistry and have a love for one another like we did. A lot of times right now, this social media, I think these kids have been on social media so much, and once they get to college, they already feel like they've done what they needed to do. The job isn't done yet, Billy. And I know that social media got these kids thinking they superstars before they get there.
Yes.
And I think they need to – I can't even go into the social media aspect of it, man. I just think they need to step back from that social media during the season, start really recognizing they got to get that chemistry and play some real football, man. Just go after it. I respected you. I respected Al. We all respected each other.
Yes.
because we knew when we did something that we didn't need to do when we was outside of football, somebody was gonna hold us accountable.
That's true. That's true.
It didn't even go to Coach. It didn't even go to Coach Former.
No.
It was amongst us. Man, it was so much about when I tell you, we would be on the field and fight each other. But when we get back to the dorm, we was like we was best friends again.
Best friend, yes.
That's what they need, man. We need somebody to be able to fight each other on the practice field to get better. And when they get in the dorm, we the best friends. I love you. Let's go play some golf. Let's go play some Tiger Woods. You know how we used to do, right?
I already know, man. You know, I say this all the time too. Like, you know, people ask me, why did I choose Tennessee? And just hearing you say all the things that you said so far, and I always tell them I didn't choose Tennessee because the traditions of Tennessee or what Tennessee, the stadium, Neyland Stadium, and things like that. You know, I said I chose Tennessee because when I got to Tennessee, I felt at home with the guys that I was around on my recruiting trip. You know, these guys, I didn't feel like I skipped a beat when I left high school and I got to Tennessee. These guys made me feel like I was part of their families already. They welcomed me to their homes, and it was just like me still being in Mississippi. And you know,
right.
When we was on that field, like you said, we get in fights or whatever. You know, it was love though. You know, it was blood, sweat, and tears. But when we came off that field, we still had a family. We had a party. We still relaxed and went back to Gibbs Hall and got on Madden. Or was it college and Tiger Woods? We just had fun. Had a cookout on top of dorms and stuff, and we just had a blast all the time. And that's the part that I do understand what you're saying. That these kids got to get, you know, off social media and start socializing with each other.
There it is. Communicate. Yeah.
That's the part, and I understand what you're talking about. You know, it's a different world right now when it comes to the social media life, because especially when it comes to the kids trying to get along with each other. You know, I had a talk with my son about that, and he said, you know, I don't really kick it with social media with my friends. I still hang out with my friends. You know, he still bring friends home to his hometown and stuff, and they hang out. You know, and that's stuff that we did too back in the day. And that's what that's the part that I think they may be missing a little bit of.
Right. It was plenty of times where I jumped in my girls at the time Honda Scoop and put six guys that was over 6 foot in the Honda Scoop and went to Murfreesboro. And we went to my hometown and we kicked it, or we went to Jackson and kicked it. I never got to go to your hometown, but you know, it was like we were a family, man. We were a family. I'm talking about on and off the field. And nobody better not put their hands on Billy Ratliff outside of the campus.
That's true.
Because if they did, they had a problem. You know, but, hey, one of the teammates could fight you. But, you know, bro, that was how they need to get back to that, and like you said, start having that. Everybody's family knew my family. They knew who I was. My family knew who you was. They knew who were your parents, your uncles. Like everybody knew Leonard Little's uncle.
Yes.
Everybody knew his mama.
That's exactly.
Everybody knew Al's mother.
Yes.
My grandmother asked me how Al's mother doing to this day. You know, and I talk to Al on the phone, and he'll say, man, how your grandmama doing, man? Mm-hmm. She's doing all right, man. She just had hip surgery. Man, tell her I said I love her and hope she's all right. You know, that's just, and if you don't have that, it's going to be hard to get those victories, man. And you know, it's just, they need to get that communication, like you said. They need to start socializing with each other, hanging with each other, create that family, creating that chemistry that you have on the football field, man. You see teams sometimes peak at different levels during the season. They start to understand each other more.
Most definitely, man.
So, you know, man, it's a good feeling when you get to that point, man. Hey, Billy, you know what's so crazy when I say that? The teams that we were on in high school, you didn't lose much, did you, Billy?
Oh, no, man, not at all. I think I may have lost 3 or 4 games in high school, man.
I lost 4 games in high school at Riverdale High School. We were ranked number 5 in the country. When I was a little guy, we didn't lose much.
Mm-hmm.
It was a chemistry that we had. It was some leaders on the team. You was a leader, Billy. I was a leader.
Yep.
We was a team, a bunch of leaders, man.
Yep, that's true, and and it showed, man. It showed on that field. I mean, it still shows to this day, right now. You know, the character that the guys that we play with. That, you know, it was a family-oriented situation when we got to the University of Tennessee, man, and that's why we still so close to this day, Antron.
Yeah, you're exactly right, man. We're so close. I love you, and I love all my guys I played with, man. And it'll never end until the day that I die. It was a bunch of leaders that knew how to play their position. I always say PYP, play your position.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know. You preaching my language, man.
You know what I mean? Do your job, play your position, Billy. And that's what our guys did, man. Man, hey, bro, and I always say to you, man, you didn't get the opportunity to be who you were supposed to be or do what you're supposed to do, but man, I'm glad that you're doing what you're doing now. Don't stop.
All right, well, I'm not going to stop, Antron. You know how normally I am, man. I'm normally to myself, don't talk to people. I don't really get out there, man, but this is the first time that I say, you know, this may be my calling, man. Let's get up here and start reaching people and just having fun with it and have fun with the fans, too, man, because this is what this show is all about for me, man. It's just having fun and getting to know what everybody is doing these days.
Hey, man, that's a beautiful thing, man. And I think you got some legs, and you need to continue to keep doing what you're doing. Stay focused, keep grinding, don't let up, put on more steam. And when the game of breaks go against you, keep grinding.
Yes, sir. Hey, please tell me it ain't the only line you remember now, is it?
Come on, no.
Hey, remember, it's been a while since we recited all of them. Now, you know, normally it took a while. You got to look up on that board out the corner of your eye and read that last line.
Come on now. Ball, kick, out, score. Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, that's something you always remember, man. You might have to look up a little bit. That's right. That's something that you always remember. It's embedded in us, man. It's embedded in us, man. It sits there, man. I'm so excited about the season. Like you said, man, when you're not playing, the season seems like it comes around so fast, doesn't it?
Oh, my God, man. It's you know, I didn't even think of it like, you know, when we actually played Antron, man, it just seemed like it took years before we get ready to play again.
Oh, man.
And that's what I used to feel bad for teams that we had to play that first game because all that testosterone we about to put on these boys, they ain't understand what we was getting ready to do, man. We were so hungry, so ready. And gosh, man, I don't remember the season coming this soon. We almost less than 100 days away from football getting started.
Oh, my God.
It's right around the corner, man.
It's right around the corner, man. And it just seemed like it took 365 days to get through 100. And you know, I got to the point where they moved me over to that offensive side of the ball, man. But I was so much a defensive, inside heart guy, man. And I used to watch y'all boys go to work out there, man. I used to like, man, I just want to play one series. Please, God, let me get back out there. When I start getting it, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, around my junior year, they had put me on that offensive side of the ball. But my junior year, I started getting at the end of my junior year, and I started understanding, buying into the system. Mm-hmm. And I started trying to articulate that defensive mentality to that offensive side of the ball and blocking and just cutting and getting up top, down low. And I started learning, man. But, you know, like you, I got hurt. And, you know, God knows what's best, but sometimes you don't think it's what's best, man. But, man, I used to love seeing y'all move around that ball, man, especially the team that sent you that propeller jet, Arkansas. You gave them definitely what they deserved against that game to win us that national championship that year, man.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it.
You know, all I was doing was going to work, man, Tron. That was my job, and I made sure it happened.
Hey, man. Hey, you made sure I got this ring on my hand that I always dreamed about since I was like 5 years old, brother.
Hey, we should have had 3 of those rings though, man.
Man, you are not kidding. You are not kidding. We had a low when we came in, didn't we, bro?
Mm-hmm. We should have had it.
You know,
We should have had it one the year that they gave that game away to Memphis. Come on,
Memphis. We should have been in the fight at Memphis here. That the Cobb twins, one of the Cobb twins on the kickoff, that elbow hit the ground.
Oh man.
Nobody blew the whistle, but everybody stopped.
Somebody blew the whistle because I ran on the field.
You did. Somebody blew the whistle, didn't they?
They blew the whistle. The whole defense was running on the field.
Man, they took that national championship away from us that year. Man, it was so crazy. I played against those kids in high school, and we beat him.
Oh, my.
And he came back and, the Cobb twins played at Cleveland High School in Tennessee. Mm-hmm. And he took a championship away from us a couple years later, man. That hurt. And then the following year, who was it against? Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
That was really the national championship right there.
Yeah, that's true.
Whooped up on old Eddie George, right?
Hey, Eddie still talks about that, man. How bad we beat his butt up that year.
He got to. He didn't know. They didn't know nothing about them boys in Tennessee, did they, man? Yeah. Oh, Bill Duff hitting them right in the mouth. Hey, that's what we do, man. That's what we do, man.
Oh, man, I forgot Mr. Duff, man. I ain't talked to Duff in a while.
You know something, guys? Let me jump in here. BVD, one of the guys the guy that got me into YouTube, one of his favorite players was Bill Duff. Could y'all talk about him, what y'all remember about old Bill Duff? He was really an unsung player.
Duff was a great player, man. I mean, I learned a lot from Duff as far as, like, the position of defensive tackle. Duff was one of those really strong, gifted guys that was, he was an animal on the field, man. He just, when you play for Dan Brooks at that position, the stuff that Dan taught us, it was, it showed how great we were. And with Bill Duff, he was a starter. He played in front of me, and back then it was hard to get playing time with those guys in front of you like that. So, I had to sit back and wait till my turn. As they would say, you don't have enough hours to get on this field yet. And Bill Duff was just a good guy, man. Good player. He's going to be one of Tennessee's best defensive tackles that go down in history. He's going to be a good guy.
Hey, when you say that, Billy Ratliff, you say you don't have enough hours. That says a lot. That explains a lot right there. When you look at the people that we had on that squad at the time, it was great players behind great players. Mm-hmm. And you say, you didn't have enough time or enough hours. So when you got your time to shine, you got in there and did what you had to do and possibly tried to make the best out of it. But Bill Duff, he was strong, and you didn't expect him to do some of the things he was doing. He was a big guy. Bill Duff was 6'3", probably 250. But he wasn't real fast, but he was quick and he knew how to use his hands. Mm-hmm. And Bill Duff would get off the ball and get up under you, and next thing you know, he done broke your level. He's on the same level that you on, you know what I mean? And he's already strong, so he's on the quarterback's heels. Man, you would look at Bill Duff, he looked like Elvis Presley sitting in the locker room. Hair slicked back and wouldn't say nothing. Quiet. But when it came time to kick ass, I don't know if I can say that, sorry. He kicked butt. And Bill Duff was a good player, man. And he went on to do the wrestling thing. That was right up his alley too, man. But Bill Duff was a great football player. Really like Bill Duff. Cool guy. Man, I tell you what, I was doing a little acting later on with Billy. Mm-hmm. Be rap. Yeah. And I did a movie with The Rock. And I look up and I see Bill Duff at the movie set.
Wow, really?
Hey, Bill Duff, what you know of Bill Duff back in football days? Uh-huh. Those girls done softened Bill Duff up so bad, man. You ought to see him, man. He don't speak to anybody now, bro. Quiet as a mouse. And he was a real hype guy. Oh, my God. He didn't even seem like the same Bill Duff. It made me nervous.
Oh, wow.
To not see him really, because he got wild when he was on the field, and sometimes he was wild. Mm-hmm. But man, Bill Duff probably spoke 30 words to me.
Oh, wow.
not just being he's grown up. He's a quiet guy, good guy, calm now. He's real calm now, man.
Okay.
But Bill, yeah, man, the old Bill Duff.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think you're gonna be able to trick this guy. He knows everybody. Billy Ratliff does.
Man, it's hard, man, when you get to know people. I told you that's the only reason I came to Tennessee, man. Hey, if I don't know you, I don't like you. So hey, I get to know my family first, man. That's part
family
of
first.
it, man.
Family first. That says it all right there. How Tennessee pride, how we had it. Family first, man.
Mm-hmm. And it's gonna always be that way. Most definitely.
It is always gonna be that way. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go Vols, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. I love you guys, man. I love Billy. Hey, man, I'll help you try to trick this guy.
Hey, I got your number. I'll be calling you.
It's gonna be hard.
Hey, good luck, man. I don't care who it is, man. Hey, you might have to call Bill Clinton to try to trick me.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Antron.
You might have to call Gore or somebody. He was part of that. He came down and spoke to us. You're going to have to call somebody that's outside, but kind of was around us at the time. If you call somebody, you can't call nobody tricky. Stucky's gone, and you would never be able to trick him with him either. Oh, Rolo, rest in peace, man.
Oh, man. You just that's another name I hadn't heard in a while, man.
Oh,
Great miss him, man. Hey, wasn't for him, hey, I don't think I'd have made it through Tennessee.
Right.
He made sure I got back on that field quick.
Right. Man, so, it's going to be hard stumping you, man. It's going to stump the rat. Can't stump the rat. You're not going to be able to do it, man. I got the odds with Ratliff. I'm going to put 50 on Rat.
Well, let me ask you a question before you go, Antron. Me and Billy's been talking about one of the subjects we want to talk to all our former Vols, the VFLs out there. Dabo Sweeney had made a statement, something about players getting paid. Where do you stand? I'm going to ask both of you. I'm going to ask you first, Billy. Where do you stand on players getting paid? Then you follow that up, Antron, where you stand.
Well, I mean,
Yes, sir.
So with me, with that situation, I mean, it's a topic that I've always wanted to talk about. It's something, I really personally think that, yes, the kids should get some type of money. I mean, I'm not saying that, pay these kids NFL type of money. I'm talking like with me back in my day when I played, I say, even if I had, let's say, $250 extra a month, it would have helped me out tremendously, man. Just to be able to just, go buy a shirt or, let's go to the movies or just, it's anything like that. Something that I can do on my own time where I can afford it. I didn't have to worry about because my parents they wasn't able to send me money all the time, or all the kids on the team didn't have that kind of money whether to do extracurricular activities like going to the movies. Now I know things cost a lot more now. I mean, yes, the universities make a lot of money. And, I mean, these contracts that these coaches are making right now, it is more money than NFL coaches are making. Mm-hmm. So you can't say that, they don't have the way to do it, or did someone tell me that, so then you're going to pay all the different athletes in the school? Yes. Have a set number where these kids make a certain stipend per year, which I'm quite sure they have something in place, but they didn't have that in place when I was in school. So, yes, I think they should make some type of money.
Yeah, I agree with you, Billy. I mean, I think they should have some type of stipends they could give you during the school year. Summertime come around, maybe kids can get a summer job or something, and there's only a certain amount that they can make in the summertime also, but it's an extra that they can make, if they do a little overtime. But it's still a cap on that. But you have to go to work to get that cap. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Put something in place like that. You may be able to make during the summer, you may be able to make about, $4,000 maybe. But you have to show up and work for that. Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't go to work, to make that cap, and, you just work over like 100-some hours or 200-some hours in the summer, and, it equals to 2,500, that's fine. But they got a cap that you can go and make in the summertime. But definitely, I think, like you said, man, my mother didn't have money to send me. My grandmother didn't have money to send me. And, all the things, you want to, like you said, if you want a little shirt for dress up, casual shirt or some sneakers or something like that, besides the shoes that they furnished us with, that they didn't want to halfway give to us some of the time. If you needed socks or something, you have to fight to get a pair of socks with your number on it. I think they should put something in order. As much money as these players are producing and bringing to the college programs, I think they definitely need to put something in. I mean, when we would have Billy Rat, number 98 is selling off the shelves right now because we won the national championship then. But you're looking at Peyton Manning, Al Wilson. I mean, you think he's getting a check for number 27 selling?
Not a penny.
Not a penny. You think he's getting a check for his picture to be up on that stadium?
Not a penny.
Not a penny. So, I think something needs to be put in place that the players that sometimes I guess they're thinking that if a player's generating that much money for the program, maybe the players might start saying, well, I need a little bit more money than that player.
Yeah.
Coming into it, you need to know that this is what you're going to get, this is where it's at, this is what you can earn. It doesn't need to be millions. No. It just needs to be something that'll help us out while you're in that situation, that process, that 4-year process. It definitely needs to be something in place, man. Your first game, when you step on that field, your college is paid for.
That's
first
true.
game. Yeah. So I think something definitely needs to be figured out.
Well, this has brought up something in my mind, and we've got a lot of different SEC fans, not just Tennessee fans that watch us, Antron. And
Yes, sir.
I think both of y'all could probably jump in on this one, but some of these guys that are watching us probably wonder, what do y'all get at some of these bowl games? I know some of the swag that they're getting now is unbelievable. What did y'all get for your bowl games? Anything great or cheap?
Well, I think every year was something different depending on what bowl game you went to. I think the Citrus Bowl, they give you jackets, sweatsuits, shoes. I think they gave you like a TV or something one year. I mean, they were good swag gifts back then. It was because every year things change, and then now I'm quite sure the gifts are a lot better. But it was okay back then.
Yeah, it was okay. I think they gave us some nice things. We really appreciated it when we got that those little gifts, sweatsuits, and different things like that. The thing is that I don't think they should be getting is rings. I mean, who wants a ring from the Citrus Bowl? If I'm getting a ring, I want something that's gonna mean something. I want the show. And a lot of these guys, they got rings, and I think they're getting rings now for Outback Bowls and stuff like that now, Billy. I'm not for sure. I don't want an Outback Bowl ring. I want a national championship ring. But we did get some nice things, but I think they're getting a little nicer things right now. Like you said, we got shoes, headsets, different things like that. But it was nice. But they did generate a lot of money. We did generate a lot of money to the bowls that we went to. $3-4 million for one game.
I think it was more than that.
It might have been more than that, Billy. Yeah.
Well, Billy, before we get off of here, and tell me your fondest memory, either on the practice field or on the game field, or both, that you have of Megatron.
Well, I think the most memorable thing with us, it would be Antron going down on kickoff or something, and we always had people on the sideline watching to see if anybody gonna get knocked out or knock someone else out. And I remember Antron, I forgot what game it was. I think it was South Carolina or something. And Antron was on kickoff, and I remember he was always a wedge buster. And I remember him going down the field, man, and I knew he blew the wedge up. and still made the tackle. I was like, gosh. But then the next time it went down the field, they remembered that. And of course, they went and got him and blindsided him. And, Antron, when he ran off the field this time, he didn't run straight to us and like brag and stuff. He hid from us because he know we saw him, like me, Sean Johnson, like Peebles, and we gonna go over there. Hey, what happened, Tron?
Hey, man.
He already know what I'm talking about, though.
Oh, man. When they get the best of you, they get the best of you, boy. Hey, I tell you what. Hey, I had to go take a break that time, man. Hey, sometimes people, they put the tag on you, boy. When they put the tag on you, man, they lock and load on you, don't they, brother? And man, the SEC, that might be one of the fastest conferences, man. The SEC, you got cats that's coming from everywhere, man. You running down the field, and you can't see everybody.
Oh, man.
But boy, when you see them, they're a little too close for you to react. Yeah, so one of them tapped into me pretty good, man. I had to go take a break and get my life together before I, stood up again, man. Yeah, you're right. You can't get hit and not think somebody don't see it, big guy. Yeah, definitely.
Well, it's your turn, Antron. I'm not going to let him get away with it. Tell me something about Billy.
Well, it ain't too many times I done see Billy get hit, man. It's not. I mean, it just ain't. Billy was just, he was a freak of nature. Like I said, man, if Billy would have got to complete his career at the University of Tennessee, you probably would have seen him get drafted in the first round, top probably 15 to 20 picks. And I really don't have nothing that I never really saw Billy Ratliff, get his ticket. They always double team Billy Ratliff a lot, because he was so fast. You got to understand, Billy Ratliff is 6'3", 6'4", and he wasn't as slim as he is now. He's Dapper Dan now. But I tell you what, Billy Ratliff was a man. And like you said, you saw it. I mean, everybody always remembered that Arkansas play. And that's just the one that always sits in my mind. I saw Billy do a lot of things, man. And Billy Ratliff was so quick off the ball. He was like a linebacker playing defensive line. So Billy Ratliff ran probably a 4.6, as you know it. At 6'4", 200 and probably 70-some pounds. So you're not going to stop him, man. And a lot of people thought that Starner, what was that quarterback's name, Billy?
It was Clint Starner. Yeah, Clint Starner.
Starner didn't drop the ball. Of course, everybody probably know now. But I was hurt at the time, and I was looking on the field, and when that defense went out there on the field, I had broke my wrist against in the summer. So I was in the huddle with the defense, and I was getting everybody pumped up and just had my little towel hitting everybody with it. And Billy Ratliff might have looked at Al Wilson. Quote me if I'm not wrong. I don't know, Billy. And you said, we're going to get this ball back.
That's true.
You might have told Al, we're going to go get this ball back. And the defense lined up, man, and Billy hit the center. When he snapped that ball, it was the center. Billy hit the center and made the center go back and stepped on Sterner's foot and pinned it. And Sterner tried to stay up. And when he tried to stay up, that's when he put that ball on the ground. So it was Billy who hit him with that bull rush that really changed the whole dynamics of that snap. It wasn't everybody always on Sterner about that, but you can't back up when you got a center in your lap. And man, he just changed the whole dynamics of that year, man. And that was just who Billy Ratliff was, man. He was a great player, great guy, but just didn't get the opportunity, man. And that hurt me. Out of anybody on our team, man, Billy, I think you deserved it, man, to be one of the best and get everything he deserved. So, man, I'm going to pray for you, man, as you keep grinding. Man, you know I love you, bro. And
thank you, man.
That's one of the best football players. Hey, man, I'm telling you, you one of the best football players I've ever seen in my life, man. Real talk. That's just straight as I can do it, man. And I wish you could do it over just so I could see you get to that next level. And I know you think about it a lot of times. You're probably over it now like I am. But, you know, hey, God knows what's best for us, brother. And I'm just proud to be your friend, man.
Friends for life, man. You're my brother, boss.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. VFL, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
what
So,
are you
yeah,
up,
man.
what are you up to now, Antron? I want to give you opportunity to, like I told you before, to kind of tell everybody on the Volunteer Roadshow what you're up to.
Well, man, I had been in Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts, doing casework and working for the state of Massachusetts, and then I got into acting, doing a lot of acting. Recently, I just got back into motivational speaking. I'm doing a lot of motivational speaking in Massachusetts, and I just recently, in the last 2 months ago, I moved back to Murfreesboro, brought my motivational speaking company down here. I give to the homeless. I help out kids families that need, raise money for families. The name of my company is ASAP Motivation. I had a camp last year. I'm having one this year with a community center here in Murfreesboro. I'm just giving back, writing a book right now. I got 2 books that I'm writing. So please, when I get done with it, go purchase it. The name of the book, my first book is going to be called Get Up and Go. Just working on things like that. I just came back to Murfreesboro, Tennessee. You probably know John Jones. He's a realtor here in Murfreesboro. He brought me back here, so I'm doing real estate now. I'm a real estate broker with John Jones and doing my motivational speaking company. We'll have a camp here in June or July, bringing all kids in this area in Tennessee, and we want to teach them the development of going to the next level. We're going to have people come in and speak to these kids about grades, your health, your body, social media. And we're just trying to get to these kids and help people in the community to be better people than they are today. And if you want to donate, you can go to ASAP Motivation and donate. I'm on Facebook every day giving out positive quotes, motivating. I've been doing it almost a year and a half. And I'm going to continue to keep doing it. If you want to book me, you can get on asapmotivation.com or call me at 508-649-4604. You'll talk to my manager or you'll talk to me. We just try to keep it all personal, man, and we let people know you can call me and talk to me. We're trying to help people in the community, and we want everybody to come together and help these kids in our community rather than being out in the streets, getting in trouble, and change their life. That's pretty much where I'm at, big guy.
Sounds like you've got it going on. Definitely.
Hey, man, if you want to buy a house, I'll sell your house too.
Well,
John Jones Realty, man.
I'm gonna try to put all that information down in the description for everybody, and I always joke around, Antron, to say we're gonna go 15-0. I promise you that. But give me a real prediction, regular season prediction for our Vols this year.
For the Vols this year, man. Oh man, I would like a 9-6 record. I'll be 10-5 record.
Yeah.
How many? We play 15 games a year, right?
No, that's if you go to the national championship. You play 15, 14. It'll be 12 in the regular season.
12, yeah, 12's regular season. That's right, 13. Golly, I'm sitting here. It must be this heat. I'm not used to this heat. 13 games. So okay, I'll give you 10-3.
Whoa, I like that, Billy. What do you think about that?
Hey, I guarantee you that then.
Hey, I'm going to go for 10-3 because I'm going to tell you what. That coach is going to change the dynamics of the team, man. He's going to start making them believe in what he's saying, and these kids got to buy into it, and these athletes need to start giving that Tennessee way, man. I believe it. It's been too long. It's time for Pruitt to step in there and do what he got to do to get these kids right, man. 10-3.
Wow.
I'm with you then, Antron. If you said, hey,
I'll go with it. I'll go with it. I'll go with it, man. Florida's going to be tough. Georgia, you know it's going to be tough. Alabama's going to be tough. I'm not worried about anybody else. We can win some ball games. We go out there and play for Tennessee football.
What was it like before you go, Antron, knowing that every week you were favored to win back in the day?
It felt good, but we didn't even pay attention to that.
Really?
We didn't. It felt good to know that you were favored to win, but we didn't pay attention to the media. We paid attention to ourselves. Yeah. You know, we went out there and practiced, and we know if we had we knew when we go out there and we practice against each other, because the people we practiced against was better than the people we were playing. Yeah. You know, I mean, the person on the other side of the ball, when we practiced against that defense, if we could hit them in the mouth, we pretty much gonna hit the other team in the mouth every day. You know, it was just all a matter of coming out there and putting it together, man. You got T. Martin, you got Peyton Manning on the other side of on the offense, practicing against those guys. He was practicing against the best, first and second team. And then when you're practicing against the defense, when you got guys that were young, like Sean Ellis and Raynoch Thompson and Darwin Walker coming in from North Carolina State on the second team, and you got Bill Duff and all those guys, Tyrone Hines, you knew you was practicing against the best, man. So when you come to the game, it was easy. It was just the adjustment. But it was good to know that we had a great team. We knew we could win every game. Sometimes we you know, some guys might have partied early in the week. It made it a little difficult. But we knew we had the upper hand, man. We can go in there and win the game every week. And it was such a fun time of my life. If I could go back and do it over, I would only change a few things. And that was dealing with me, not the things around me.
Well said. Well said. All right, Antron, I appreciate you coming on the show. And you're our first former player, if you don't count Coach Fulmer, to come on the show. We're going to put you in to the Volunteer Roadshow Hall of Fame as far as our guests.
Hey, let's do it, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I pray it'll be the Hall. It'll be nice, man. I appreciate it, brother. Hey, man, congratulations, Billy, man. Keep doing this, man. And we need to we'll talk about some more things we probably need to do here in the future, man, with the road show and make it bigger and even bigger than what it is now, man.
All right, we're going to make it happen, man.
I got some ideas for you. We had already put them on the road, and I think you helped me do one of them. I'm not sure if you was down there for the thing that we had did for ESPN, but we need to definitely get back on that, too, and make this road show real big, man.
Okay. Let's
definitely.
Make it happen, man, Try.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, buddy.
All right, man.
Hey, man, thank you, and go Vols.
Go Vols.
Yes, sir.
Well, that was a blast from the past, wasn't it, Billy?
Oh, man, Bobby, that was a good call, man. Hey, I told you you're not going to be able to find anybody that I won't know who it is, Bobby. I'm telling you, I know these guys, man. I mean, as soon as he started talking, I knew exactly who it was.
We need to get Bill Duff and Tyrone Hines. I loved both of those guys back in the day. We need to get them on the show.
We most definitely going to get them. I'm going to find those guys. Matter of fact, I'm going to look them up tonight, man, and see if I can catch up with those guys.
That sounds great. Well, all right, guys, this is our first live show back. I hope you guys enjoy it. Comment in the comment section what you think our regular season record's going to be. I'm going to go. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to give me a few more weeks. I'm teetering between 8-4, 7-5 is my bottom number, but we'll see how it goes. But oh man, this feels good to get back in the seat, don't it, Billy?
It's been too long, man. We can't go this long again, man. It's showtime. It's every day for me. I'm working on something every day now.
That sounds good. Don't forget to like this stream. Subscribe, and if you're subscribed to us and you're not getting notified, go right now and hit that bell notification, and every time me and Billy upload something to YouTube, you'll be notified. And you guys on Facebook, like and follow us on there, and we'll come up in your timeline if you're following us over there. But y'all, you know what's coming next, Billy. Thanks for tuning in. Go Vols. The Volunteer Roadshow's fixing to get lit this off season. I promise you that.